debut right here on Fox this Sunday against the Saints. Now, while the anticipation to see Brady is high, one anonymous league scout isn't so sure. The scout said, quote, "Why are people so high on them? Is this going to be like Jordan with the Wizards?"
What?
So, Shannon, do you agree with this?
I do agree. I mean, Tom Brady is about to be 43 years old. There were signs he is 43, yes. Excuse me. He is 43 years of age. And people saw signs, especially those that were objective and not have a vested interest. I expected Jason Light. I expected Bruce Arians. I expect the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and those affiliated with the Buccaneers to say Tom Brady looked like the Tom Brady of 8, 9 years ago. That's what I expected them to say. But that's not the case. And everybody keeps talking about the receivers and how they let Tom down. Tom was, I opened the dictionary for the last 15 years. And when it said nobody does more with less, there was a picture of Tom Brady. And then all of a sudden, he couldn't do more with less. He couldn't elevate them. So if he can't elevate them, how is he the same if he can't elevate anyone?
Who should have been the 2 seed last year?
Whoa.
Well, how's that not elevate? I don't get what you're talking about.
Yep.
They had the 2 seed in the palms of their hands.
If I'm not mistaken, them losing the last game didn't knock them out of the playoffs.
But
they still had a home game.
Them what to the
third?
No, it
the third seed. They were third.
Yeah, but they lost their week off.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, if you hold on, Jordan didn't need a week off. Jordan would close out the regular season and start a playoff game. That's what you tell me. Tom Brady's the GOAT. Now, see, when I tell you things like LeBron, he doesn't need that, yada, yada, yada. Now you making excuses for Tom. Are you making excuses?
We're not talking about Jordan in Washington here. We're talking about Jordan in Chicago. Yes.
No, This guy's making a comparison between Jordan going to Washington and Tom Brady going to Tampa.
And you're co-signing.
All I'm saying is, Skip, is that the notion is that all people can remember is what transpired. Now, the thing that Brady didn't take 3 years off. But people automatically assume, Skip, that Michael Jordan, even at his age, because he was Michael Jordan, he was going to take this team and they were going to go places. Just like people believe Tom Brady is going to take this team and they're going to go places. And this guy's like, well, hold on, wait a minute. He's 43. Yeah, he's Tom Brady and he's accomplished what he's accomplished. But let's not pretend that he's on the ascent. Because he's not.
I just want to know, I got to get you on record. Did you just co-sign on the anonymous quote that said Tom Brady is going to be Michael Jordan with the Wizards?
You told me Michael Jordan was great with the Wizards.
I did not tell you that.
Oh, he wasn't great?
They averaged 20 and 6.
Okay.
Pretty good. He could just roll out of bed even at age 39 and average 20 and 6 is what he did.
Because you know what's going to happen, Skip? And because of what he's accomplished, he was still Michael Jordan. So Tom Brady can be average, and because of what he's accomplished, he's still Tom Brady.
Okay, so I got to get you on record.
Yeah.
Is he going to be Jordan in Washington?
He's not going to be Tom Brady of New England. How about that?
Okay, well, Jordan wasn't Jordan of Chicago when he went to the Wizards.
Okay, but that was the expectations, though.
All right, here we go. Obviously, I'm the biggest Michael Jordan fan on the planet. I'm also a huge Tom Brady fan because one is the GOAT of all sports of all time, and the other is the GOAT quarterback of the National Football League. So never the twain shall meet at the end of their careers because it's apples to rotten oranges. When Jordan goes to Washington, you just touched and went on that one point. He had taken 3 years off. He had retired.
Yeah.
And he retired on principle because his coach, Phil Jackson, got pushed out the back door by Jerry Krause in Chicago. And he said, okay, if he goes, I am gone.
Right.
And he was gone for 3 long years.
Yeah.
And I will give you this. Your man, LeBron James, is 100 times more fit than Michael was late in his career because Michael didn't really fixate at that point in his career. In the 3 years off, he did not stay in supreme condition.
No.
The great Tim Grover had him in supreme condition in 1998 to close The Last Dance.
Right.
We know that.
Yeah.
But once we left that, he's smoking cigars, he's playing golf, he's doing a little tipping, just a little tipping.
Yeah.
And he didn't look the same when he came back for the Wizards. So what happened going into that year? What did the odds makers make the Wizards? Were they like the second or third choice to win the NBA title? No, they had the 14th best odds. They were way down tied with the T-Wolves and the Clippers. 14th best odds to win the championship that year. So are you telling me there were anywhere near the expectations that the orange guy has right now? The guy in pewter?
Yeah.
Is there anywhere near?
No.
Some people believe that team, Brady's new team, can win the NFC this year. The expectations are far higher than they were for Jordan's age 38 Wizards. Far higher.
You and the Brady disciples believe that he has a realistic chance of winning.
Well, I think a lot of analysts have said that. They give them a shot. Some people are picking them to win the division over a Saints team that a lot of people think will win the NFC and get to the Super Bowl. You've got that as your pick.
Yep.
What happened to Jordan's Wizards in his first year in Washington? They went 37-45. They were 8 games under 500. So are you predicting that Tom Brady's team will be sub 500 this year?
Skip, you got to realize.
Well, you just said he's going to be Jordan in Washington.
But here's the thing. You play 16 football games. You play 82 basketball games. So basically that's 5. So for everyone is 5 football games.
Okay.
So what am I saying? Do I believe?
Just say sub 500. Will they be a 7-9 team?
No,
They were 7-9 last year with Jameis.
No, they 9-7. I think I said 9-7, 10-6.
Okay, so you have them above 500, 10-6.
Yeah.
You keep qualifying.
No. I said 9-7, 10-6. I've always said that.
Which is it?
9-7, 10-6.
Which is it? 10-6?
9-7, 10-6.
Okay.
No, right there.
Okay. Nobody.
Because I think, hold on. What did Fox bet? Fox bet got to be like 9.1 wins.
I don't care what Fox Bet has. I only know that I think they're going to win the NFC this year. So Jordan continues to play a second year with the Wizards. Once again, the odds makers going into his second season there, where he added a little more talent because they had Stackhouse the second year. Pretty good. He had at least the second score. The first year, it was Michael and Rip Hamilton, and that's really all. Chris Whitney was the third scorer on that team. You love that? I don't. And Kwame Brown, Michael's pick, was a rookie that year. You love that? I don't love that.
Okay.
Second year, they had Jerry Stackhouse, who averaged 22 a game that year. Michael averaged, I told you, 20 and 6 rebounds.
Right.
The odds makers had them with the 14th best odds, and they went, oh, wait a second, it's the same record, 37-45. 8 games under 500, both of his last 2 years in Washington. And I will be the first to tell you, and I've said this on the air, I did not love watching it. It was a little bit hard on my eyes because couldn't quite remember that guy in Chicago in 1998.
He couldn't elevate like he was.
He couldn't elevate. He gained a couple of pounds, and he just didn't look in the supreme shape that he was in Chicago.
Right.
Okay, but he had earned the right, if he wants to go have 2, if you want to call them ceremonial career-ending years in Washington. Good for you. And I co-signed on that, but I never thought in my wildest dreams that they would even be a playoff team. And they weren't. So don't compare that to that, because Tom Brady simply has the best group of receivers, tight ends, and wideouts he's ever had in his career. Can you make that case for Michael Jordan, who, you know, again, Jerry Stackhouse and Larry Hughes his second year? Really?
I think the thing is, Skip, is that because this was Michael Jordan and because he had taken what people would say, because you said Scottie Pippen is not a top 50 player, Dennis Rodman, and all these guys, and he had taken them basically, with the exception of Scottie, to 6 finals and won them all. He should be able to do that because that was him. He just made everybody better. Remember all those speeches and that motivation and those practices that he did? So he should have been able to just do that. Well, Tom Brady, if he's what you said, he should be able to have the same success in Tampa as he had in New England.
He will. I got it.
Okay.
Well, look at what he's got. He's got a top 10 defense. He added Leonard Fournette and LaShawn McCoy to the offense. Again, I wanted him to have Clyde Edwards-Helaire. I pushed for that before the draft. But minus that, if you get those 2 guys, I'm pretty good.
So in other words, it's going to be more about the ingredient than the chef.
Well, quarterback's the hardest position to play in sports.
No. We ain't talking about that hard. So now, all of a sudden, the dude that was carrying people, now it's flipped. They're going to be carrying him. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm not saying that. Are you suggesting he's going to be a game manager this year?
I'm just asking you a simple question, because you just keep talking about that talent. Oh, he got so much talent. Tom Brady's job is to make people better. Who is he going to make better? Mike Evans is a made man. Chris Godwin was made before he got there. So who is he making better?
Scotty Miller. I first guessed it. You watch what happens. Edelman, Amendola, except with a little more burst. A little more burst. He's just a little quicker and a little faster.
So would Julian Edelman have a worse or a better year this year than last year?
Well, I hope he has a little better. He was a wreck last year.
I don't know, but
he led the league in drops last year. He was a broken down, beat up shell of himself. He needed shoulder surgery. He had cracked ribs. He had a bum knee.
And why is that?
And he was the #1 receiver.
Who was his quarterback? His quarterback was throwing him into danger.
So it's his fault.
Yeah, oh, whoa, wait a second. Now what I'm seeing, so somebody that has a 19th QBR, a 27th in completion percentage, 27th in yards per attempt, we're going to put that on the receivers.
Wait a second. Pro Football Focus said worst separation in the league were the Patriots receivers as a whole.
Well, Skip.
Was there a Gronk left? Nope.
Skip.
Is there a Gronk back in Tampa?
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah. Well, hold on, wait a minute. If Pro Football Focus is saying that, 27th, there's only 32 teams. There's only 32 quarterbacks. He was 27th. He was 27th in yards per attempt. He was 19th in QBR. So how good was Tom Brady? You make it seem like Tom Brady was top 5 and the receiver was bottom 32.
And despite all of the above, he had them in position to be the second best team in the AFC in the playoffs. The two said, I'm not seeing, I'm telling.
Yeah, you see what you did?
I didn't do anything.
You see?
I spat a fact at you.
Hold on. It was he. See, when things go good, it's he. When things go bad, it's Julian Edelman. It's N'Keal Harry.
Who was the quarterback on the game, or should have been the game-winning drive against the Dolphins, who now revisit the scene of the crime? They're back Sunday at Foxborough, this time against Cam. Those same Dolphins, without a lot of new players on defense, those same Dolphins went up to Foxborough, and they gave up a game-winning drive. 60 yards to Tom Brady, as usual, right on schedule, and Tom puts them up 24-20 with a touchdown pass to little James White. As always, as usual, business as usual. And there are 3 minutes left in the game, and Ryan Fitzpatrick, who is still the starting quarterback of the Dolphins, drove the Dolphins, and you will not touch this because you have no answer to it. He drove them 75 yards in 13 plays against Belichick's defense, including a 5-yard pass to Gesicki, the tight end, to win the game 27-24. They couldn't kick a field goal. They had to score a touchdown, and they did. And Tom Brady's another great achievement got canceled by Belichick's defense, and you will not accept that. How do you defend that? Can you?
There's no defense. Ryan Fitzpatrick had a hot hand. Devontae Parker played unbelievable that day. But are we going to gloss over the fact that Tom Brady threw a pick six? That happened, right?
And
so Coach Belichick says, I got to overcome that.
He overcame.
Skip, first of all, you got to do real. And I was telling you this all year. Skip, what happens if the Patriots defense doesn't get pick sixes or scooping scores? What happened when Tom Brady's got to do? And what happened in Tennessee? Coach Belichick pitched a shutout in the second half. Can you tell the people at home how many points Tom Brady put on the board in his final home playoff game? What did he do? His last pass he ever threw in a Patriots uniform. Can you tell the people where did it go?
They ran into a buzzsaw, which was on its way to Baltimore to knock out the 1 seed.
You got nothing.
That's how good they were.
Hold on. Are you comparing Lamar Jackson to Tom Brady?
Well, he was the MVP last year.
Hold on. Now, see what you did there? Now, I know a lot of guys that's won MVPs, but you tell me he the GOAT. The GOAT should not worry about buzzsaw. The GOAT should be so tough a buzzsaw can't go through him. So what are you talking about? I'm confused. The GOAT with 6 Super Bowls, a 3-time league MVP, 4 Super Bowl MVPs, and he ran into a buzzsaw? Ryan Tannehill?
And now he is a buzzsaw in Tampa or Tampa Bay.
No.
And you're going to have a long year sitting in that chair. A long year, because that team is going to win the NFC.
He's going along for a great ride. That's what he's going along for.
Okay, I'll give you that.
He's on the shoulders.
I'll give you that.
He ain't doing no carrying.
If that's what you want to try to dismiss that as, it's going to be a great ride.
Skip, what you mean? I dismiss it. It's facts.
I got you.
No, you don't.
Jordan and Washington.
All right, guys, we're going to leave it there. But before we go, yesterday, Skip, you spoke about Dak opening up about his depression.